quick news. My name is Chief Charles at Chief Charles GH. I'm sitting in for my boss Sammy Flex, who's been bringing you the quick news, a mashup of all the stories that are trending online here in Ghana and those ones you definitely would like to know about. But if you haven't seen them, we bring it to you like nobody's business. Thank you so much Rastamals and Vena for holding us down and sponsoring us. Production is led by K-Boy and Currency. Thank you so much K-Boy Multimedia. Right, so today we're zooming in straight to the news that's trending. A couple of them, we'll look at them and we'll see how they go. So if you are a keen follower of issues that are trending in Ghana, there's one person whose name and whose face would never ever beat you, and we're talking about the man named Shatta Wale. I call him Mutiahini. The guy just busted on the scene a couple of weeks or months ago, and now he's all over the place. He comes saying that I have so much money, Dangote will be my house help. The guy flies into Nigeria and the Nigerians are all over him. I saw a video trending of him with amazing security guys, and I'm wondering, hey, where is this guy coming from? His fame there, anyway guys, from a music video he did with Rude Boy recently or currently, he's in Nigeria at a fashion show. I didn't know the guy has a fashion side. Basically what that tells you is that, hey, everybody, doesn't matter how you look, does definitely have something the world is looking forward for you to sell. So yes, Shatta Wale is in Nigeria and he's already meeting the stars. Rude Boy has done a video or a new song with him. He's at a fashion show and he's on the red carpet, and everybody simply wants to have something to do with Shatta Wale. Let's see that.
Aminu, Nagode. Young rich nigga. Young rich nigga.
I salute you, sir.
You see, I see a lot of big men here, like Rude Boy. Young man, sinners of Rude Boy. Mommy, mommy, I'm short, man, I'm in store. You know something? You don't see my neck. You good. $35 million. Come on, you don't see my wall. $85,000 US.
I'm not looking like Ghana again. I'm not looking like Ghana again. Yeah, but this year I will sign you. This year I will sign you.
Alright, so welcome back to Quick News, your news portal that brings you all the amazing and whatever story that's trending online. Last week, the news broke of this young man with the queer ability to read minds. Shakespeare says there's no act to see the mind construct on the face, but this guy has disproving him, he's proving him wrong, that there is an act that can actually read people's minds and what they think about. So he's kind of a magician that came on showbiz agenda, and it was amazing. The story went all over the place and people were talking about it. This is a young man with extraordinary ability. I'm sure if he were in America, we'd be attending America Got Talent or something. But here, it was on showbiz agenda. But while everybody is in wonderment about this guy's ability, one person doesn't seem to be amused about what this young man is doing. His father has already sent a message to us that he's displeased, he's disgusted, and he just doesn't like what his son is going around doing. For whatever reason, we really are not sure. But he sent us a private message that he doesn't want his son getting the media attention. He doesn't want nobody giving him the necessary attention that he could read minds. We had to, go contact the father and dig into the reason why his son, with this amazing ability that can put him on the world pedestal, he seemed to want to dampen, his son's talent and his ability. Let's take a look at what he did on Showbiz Agenda last week.
So in the studio, Arnold has drawn something, and the man has turned his back, facing Arnold's back, and Arnold is drawing again. And the man is saying that by the time they will be done, the drawing will be the same. As to how they are going to do this, I still don't know. Our cameras are still capturing. Arnold, don't change your mind. Don't change your mind. Focus. Be focused.
It's more clear than the drawing you're doing.
Is that his mind is what?
It's more clear than the drawing he's doing. His mind has a bigger picture of the drawing, but this is what I'm getting. Okay. Is he done?
Arnold, are you done?
Okay, put it on your chest.
Put the drawing on your chest.
10.
Okay, boy, let your cameras work very well now.
I'll give you what? I'll give you this. Yeah. For the first time, what did you draw?
Should I say it?
Yeah.
I drew a chair.
Okay, check.
Yes, I drew a chair.
Which one is the red one?
This is my chair. Well, mine looks better than his, though.
I'm not good at drawing, so
yes, I drew a chair on the phone.
Wait, whilst you were drawing it off,
he didn't see it.
He didn't see it.
I made sure the camera has it, and you were even I made sure
this guy is
everything is as fair as possible.
So Arnold, you also convinced?
Sammy.
Alright, so you've seen the video, and for me, I'm wondering why a father would not rather encourage, a son with these supernatural capabilities to explore to the fullest he can, but rather would want him to stop and bury that talent. For whatever reason, we'll throw the story at you. You think about it, ponder it, and you let us know what you think. Alright, so we'll come back. Alright, so welcome back to Quick News. My name is Chief Charles, and of course I'm sitting in for Sammy, your regular host. We're touching on this story that has, striking a nerve with me in particular. Mustafa Hamid is a government functionary and the Minister for Inner City and Zombo Development. He's thrown serious shades at two of our industry stalwarts, and I'm talking about Shatta Wale and Sarkodie, who have waded into the leadership and the political quagmire that we find ourselves in. Mustafa Hamid throws a shade, a serious one at that, and tells them, and I read, that Sarkodie and Shatta Wale, we only love your music. Governance is a serious business. When it comes to matters of leadership, especially about the governance of the country, the influence and resultant impact of the views of Charles Ni Ama Mensah, or even a publicly declared avowed SM fan like me, is zero. When I want to listen to dancehall and hip life, I know where to go, but certainly it won't be taking lessons on matters of policy and governance from Shatta Wale or Sarkodie. If you two are the wheels upon which A+ wants to get 1 million people following him, then I am sorry, you are not that important. Check Yvonne Nelson's Twitter handle. She dedicated days throwing shades at the government. I have no problem with that. It is actually a good thing. We welcome the critiques and genuine constructive criticisms from all citizens. Then she decided to run a survey thinking the grounds were fertile enough. I'm sure she hasn't recovered from the shock of the outcome. The people can see clearly that despite all the challenges, Nanado is on track. He's doing the right thing and he's our surest bets as a country. So that was a message from Mustafa Hamid to Sarkodie and Shatta Wale. But seriously, this guy is self-righteous. How can you think that you are the repose, so you are the citadel of knowledge when it comes to governance and policies and politics? What makes you think so? Go to other countries. There are people who belong to the entertainment industry who have risen all the way to become president. Ronald Reagan was one of them. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a lawmaker. I think some parts of Asia, there's a radio presenter and so on and so forth. So this is a huge disrespect to people in the entertainment industry, or if you like, musicians and so on and so forth. Mustafa Hamid seem to be throwing shade at. We're going to prove him wrong. We're going to make sure that we push our people to get as far as they can get, and they would make a difference in our politics here in Ghana. But that's the news for you. You can follow it up and you can express an opinion and also let us know what you think about this particular issue. But hey, these people shouldn't underrate us. They shouldn't underrate Sarkodie and Shatta Wale, the kind of following they have and what surprise they can spring when it comes to election 2020 or the electioneering campaign period. Right, so we'll come back. Let's take this break, and thank you so much, Vena and Rasta Mod, for holding us down. We're taking a commercial break, and when we come back, 2 more news and we'll be out of here. Alright, so welcome back to Quick News. Next story has to do with our own Awal. The guy broke on the scene after he had won Talented Kids as one who can rap so pretty well. Well, he was spotted by Sarkodie, and if you like, Sarkodie adopted him, and so the entire country thought that he was Sarkodie's godson and Sarkodie was his godfather. And so much was expected from that marriage. Well, several years later, we haven't seen so much out of that marriage. And recently in an interview, Awal says that it seemed that there is a certain enmity that has been created by the media between himself and his godfather Sarkodie. Reason for which he doesn't seem to be getting so much from the staples of Sark music, or the two of them are not seen publicly doing stuff, and so on and so forth. Let's take a look at that story.
Once and for all, what happened between yourself and Sark? Yeah, me cry my TTB. It's like the rumors being one or two. But when it's actually we are okay. We be cool. What happened? It's not about you being okay. What happened? Like nothing happened. All of a sudden, I just saw on the net bloggers spreading Charlie Awal this Sarkodie. I recorded the song Appreciation 1, and you know why? You know what happened? In the appreciation song, at the end, I mentioned Sarkodie's names at the end. I mentioned his name at the end, and people really understand that. Why for mentioning Sarkodie you be ungrateful? You know the respect, because they feel like that's your roots. Like before you even mention someone's name, it should be Sarkodie. You understand? But I can tell you that I have a full song titled Thankful, which I made it solely for Sarkodie, and it's on there. You can go and check it. Wow, Thankful. You understand? And no one spoke about it. You see, so I was surprised when people were like, it is Sarkodie, Awal this Sarkodie and strong man in that song. It's appreciation. You can go and listen to it.
Alright, so welcome back to Quick News with me, Chief Charles. Of course, I'm sitting in for Sammy Flex. Thank you so much, Rasta Malt and Vena Mineral Water, for holding us down and bringing you quick news, mashup of stories that are trending during the day. We bring them all to you and make sure that your day is never void of the stories that are going around. Our very, very last story is from a young man named Takie, one of the rappers that this country is about to experience. And he's done a song about death, about funerals, and so on and so forth. Of course, today's edition, I take the liberty to name the Kwame Nkrumah Holiday Edition. Of course, Kwame Nkrumah is going to his grave, but he's never ever forgotten. Kwame Nkrumah lives on. But Takie has done a video where he features Kwame Nkrumah and several very important personalities that have left us. And in that video, you can see him romancing and eulogizing these people in the afterworld, where he's actually talking about what they are doing after they are dead and gone. It's an amazing concept, it's an amazing story, but hey, how a young man can be romancing death and making death look as good as he does in the video. I believe that those who are dead and gone, if they are looking back to what this young man is doing, they really will be proud of him. Let's take a look at the video.
Yeah, challenge drop past them cause I see what church. If you know where you could see and one send me share. The parking ambulance or out of flowers I set. I saw him by Busna, a biashi black, a biashi red. I did the phone if you know I shan space. So for the general for the last time to say his prayers. Obi a katan and me, you want fire to show him respect. I feel you be a near if you know was on the leg. Sorry, I so share right and now I share left. I feel baby.
Alright, so for this particular video, it's amazing how the people are there showing the dead love, some screaming, Minubeko and all that, and all of a sudden the cops is up and everybody is looking for where to hide, everybody is running and taking cover. Amazing, right? Well, anyway, thank you so much for giving us your eyeballs and staying tuned to quick news. We'll come your way tomorrow. Definitely the stories have been about Shatta Wale and Sarkodie and their opinions on politics. That Mustafa Hamid doesn't seem to take well about Ehukuja and his gifts that his father doesn't seem to be amused or happy about. Awal obviously expresses his opinion as regards why his godfather doesn't take him seriously. And finally, we told you a story about Takie and the funeral. But of course, Shatta Bandle, you know, is the star for the day. My name is Chief Charles. Let's vibe and let's connect on @ChiefCharlesGH on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's been quick news, and I'm starting for Sammy Flex. Let's vibe again. Let's see you again tomorrow. Bye.